DJing has changed a lot since I started DJing. I feel actually like, you know, we joke, you know, I'm like 31, so it's like I'm not young, but I'm not old. I'm kind of like right in that middle ground, and it's kind of cool. I feel like it's the best of both worlds, because a lot of the guys that just start off on Serato, like, it doesn't take anything away from your skills, and it's not your fault. You're born when you were, and it's a great thing. But I wasn't old enough where it was like, you know, some of those guys were like 40, 50, like, oh, I'm never going to use a laptop, I'm never going to use a computer. They're real bitter, they don't really get it. I was of that perfect age where I still had to drive around and dig. When I go out of town, find records. I got to find this because I can't find it in Cleveland. I can't find it in New York. I can't, you know, here in Europe, going through random stores just to find shit because you know somebody else might not have it. I feel very fortunate to have lived through that era where you had to pay those dues and earn it, because it gives you such a perspective, you know. And now we do the same thing. We just do it on blogs. So, you know, some people say, oh, it's much easier, but the amount of music out there in the world is probably 20 times as much now. So it's all relative, you know. It's easier to find stuff, but there's so much more to find. I think it kind of balances out. But that's definitely how it's changed. I just am glad that, you know, I was able to live through that era, so I could really appreciate the convenience and the creativity that can come from the Serato era. Like, it's amazing the stuff that you could do creatively while you're DJing now that you could never do when you're just limited to 2 finite pieces of wax. However, I'm definitely glad I went through that, because walking to the airport carrying 200-pound silver boxes and paying $300 in fees, that sucks compared to carrying a laptop. But at the same time, it kind of like builds you up and, you know, makes you appreciate stuff. So whenever I hear people bitching about, I don't want my laptop this, my laptop, like, no, you should just, you know, appreciate it and be very, very, and just embrace it, because it's made DJing so much cooler for everybody. There's things that DJs can do now and gigs we would get booked for that in the past would never happen, because it's just so much easier. All these DJs that do all these like fashion events and Gucci store openings and all of these things, when we were doing vinyl, like, you know, a lot of the music that you would even have to play for that stuff, like, you wouldn't be able to find on 12 inches. You wouldn't be able to find the instrumentals and the remixes. Now we're at the house making stuff, putting a laptop, you're playing your own stuff out. Like, you can be prepared for everything and anything and rock anything in the whole world without any excuse to why you can't do it now, simply because of technology. So yeah, it's totally elevated and evolved the art form, and it's only going to get better. Is there such a thing as an exclusive anymore? No. Like, the only way that there's an exclusive is if I sit at my computer and I make something that nobody has, or somebody comes over to my house, raps into a microphone directly in front of me with nobody else in the room, pause, and I record it and I have it, and I don't give it to anybody at all. I don't play it for anybody. That's it. Because the minute you play something for anybody, somebody's either gonna like record something on their phone and then make a really shitty web rip of it and then have a copy, or if you give it to one person, you tell them not to give it to anybody, you know they're going to give it to one other person, and then they're going to tell them that, and sooner or later, it's just, you know, obviously, exponentially, things expand. So no, there's no such thing as an exclusive anymore, which is good.